Well, guys, I'm certainly not a perfect person. As much as I can work some of this technology, I am not perfect at it. How do we know this? Because I just tried to do a video for you guys here, and I did it on my personal Facebook page. So, what are you going to do, right? That's just how it works sometimes. So, you see, when you see people popping on that don't follow the church page, something's up. So, I have been doing some. Vicky, welcome back. I have been doing some videos maybe once a week or so. Hey, Chuck, on my personal Facebook page. That's why I added in there. So, hi, Pat. Hi, Mom. I've been doing a couple of videos on my personal Facebook page. And, I don't know about you guys, but I have a very diverse Facebook friend list from various places and times and things. So, sometimes when we interact like online and stuff, we kind of sometimes act like all of our friends are already Christians, like it's like a church group. And maybe for you it is. For me, a lot of it is. But I have a lot of diverse friends as well too. So I try to be pretty strategic about how I share certain things there in that public setting, because that's kind of for me like a witnessing field a little bit. There's certain things that I share there that's a little bit different than maybe I share here, where pretty much the people that are following the church page here, right, are pretty well, involved already or committed. So a little bit different thing, but that's fine. So 4th of July coming up, right? So Sunday we're gonna have communion. So that's will be a little bit of a first. So so we're going to set up communion to be able to be done without touching and that kind of thing. For those who are going to be in person, for those who aren't, you can choose to do that online like we've been doing. So, for the last 3 months now. So that's the thing there. So I think I still want to start something Sunday evenings outside. I know. Governor Wolf and all the stuff. There's a lot to process there with everything that's happening and different recommendations and stuff and what all that means. But in any case, I think that I want to tentatively plan to start doing something for those who want to Sunday evenings, but probably not this week, probably starting next Sunday, assuming we feel it's safe to do that for a couple of reasons. One, some people have some activities maybe going on this weekend for the 4th. The second is we're bringing Isaac up to church camp Sunday afternoon this week. So for me to try to get back Sunday evening for something would be kind of rushed. I don't like to rush. Just not really my thing. So we're bringing him up to church camp, and hopefully everything's good with that still, with all the craziness that's going on. But that's the plan there. So tentative plan starting next Sunday, not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday, for those who want to, outside at my house, maybe not at my house every week. Okay. Maybe we'll switch it up. Maybe we'll move back to church eventually. Maybe we'll go to some different yards. Maybe we'll have it in my yard for a little while. Who knows? We'll just kind of see what happens. But so tentatively plan on the Sunday after next evening, 6:30. Let's do it. Maybe my backyard. We'll have a fire. We'll have snacks and all that. And so what I want to do is kind of a Bible study, kind of a book club with this book. But I want to make it so that if you don't really want to get or read the book, you can still participate. So, and I also give you that extra week because if you want to get this book, I have 2 extra copies that I bought. If somebody needs one, they're like $16. So I have 2 extras if you don't want to order, if you don't have Amazon Prime or whatever, if you don't want to go on christianbook.com like that. I have 2 copies that I can sell. But I want for those who do want to read it, I want you to read chapter 1. It's very short. All these chapters are pretty short. Some are a little longer than others, but it's not really hard reading. So chapter 1. But for those who don't want to get the book, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to have the first one for this weekend available, is I'm going to do like a sheet that I can email out, I can pass out physically. I'll post on Facebook of like kind of a couple core scriptures, maybe a quote from this book, and a couple of the application questions, so that you can be thinking about those. If you don't want to, even if you, if you are going to read the book along with us, that's great. But if you don't want to get the book or read the book, you can still come if you want to come, or you can still, as we think through it in some of these evening videos, we can do that too. So, I'll probably share more quotes, and maybe if you're reading along too, you can share some of your favorite quotes with me, or us. I mean, us, rather, not just me, but with us together, and we can interact some with video for those who don't want to come out to something in person also. So hopefully we can do kind of an all of the above thing. And so, yeah, hopefully that'll be fun. We'll see. So if you want to get the book, get the book. If you need help getting the book, I'll help you get the book. And if you don't want to get the book, you just want to participate, I'll give you some info to kind of reflect on and think about. You'll probably be there'll be some things people will be sharing that you'll be like, I don't know what that is, but you'll be able to hang well enough with the ideas, because it's based around the Bible, right? It's the Beatitudes of Jesus. What does it mean to live the good life? Yes, Leon, it's backwards. The way that the camera always works, right? What does it mean to live the good life? And I've mentioned this before recently, but I think it's important as we think about sharing our faith with other people. We would probably agree that everybody ought to care about eternity, right? Everybody ought to care about what happens after we die, because we believe that's a pretty big deal, right? But if that's the only kind of path that we have to kind of share our faith, like that we're concerned about, the eternity, which again, we should be. Absolutely. So hi, Jay. Thanks for jumping in, and Tom and Julie. But again, I shared this recently, but let me just riff on it for another minute here. You've probably encountered people that just aren't really thinking about that much. And, we can try to convince them to think about it. And we should maybe, but, but here's the thing. When Jesus came, when Jesus taught, when Jesus made disciples, he wasn't just about the after the death stuff. That's of course part of it, right? It's a big part of it. But Jesus came with not only a way to die, but a way to live. And the one thing that we have in common with every person that we know, no matter what they believe, where they come from, all of our coworkers, all of our family, whatever, is that we're all trying to live, right? We're all trying to find a good life, aren't we? I mean, do we know anybody that's just like not interested in living a good life, finding a good life, finding a meaningful life, a life that's significant? And I believe that we, being followers of Jesus, are kind of onto something with the good life, right? What does it mean to live the good life? The idea is that Jesus is the author of life, of our lives, of the world, and he knows what the good life is. He knows what it's like to live life to the full, and he wants that for us. And again, not the prosperity deal and all that, but he wants us to live joyful lives. And we do. So maybe as we think about this too, we'll think about not only diving deeper in ourselves to the fullness of the life that Jesus wants for me and for you and for me, excuse me, but also maybe we'll learn some more tools to share our faith with other people with people in our lives. That's kind of beyond, or in addition to, rather, the typical ways that we think about sharing our faith. I think it's going to give us a lot more potential inroads to interacting with other people and really engaging them with following Jesus in a way that hopefully invites them to consider following Jesus as well, because that's what we're all about, right? Following Jesus and inviting other people to follow him as well. So, all right, I love you guys. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see. Talk to you soon. Bye.